man's done the first challenge and I flopped, bro. You see, after that, they didn't even show man this like on camera and you see, as soon as that challenge was finished, bro, I left the room, bro. I didn't want to do no off-camera Vox talk. So that freestyle, yeah, was like the first time man's had ever heard me address certain things and especially in music. Like my dad come from a certain lifestyle in it, you get me? And then growing up, man almost fell into that same path in it, you get me? So like from a father point of view, yeah, my dad just looks at me as a little him in it, and he feels like man was making certain mistakes and and like he basically like, although man will joke and have laughs and like my dad slightly feels like man didn't rate him and stuff, you get me? Because man weren't listening to things he's saying and just following the paths that he told me not to follow all these years and stuff in it. Say this, my dad told me he cried when he heard that, bro.
So in terms of music, what we got coming up?
Project time in it, but the project's called. What is my story? Like me as a person away from T.Roadz, I don't even know where to start, bro. Yeah, I think like obviously as a year and that, bro, I've always been like, it's like T.Roadz and Tyrese are so the same but so different. If that makes sense to man.
You're giving me Jekyll and Hyde.
Okay, you see as a youth, obviously I was just Tyrese, I weren't T.Roadz, and you get me. As a youth, I was always into music, like always into music, fam. You get me. So that side of man has always forever been the same. You get it. But I think like before music, like I was a bit more like quiet and that, you know, fam. Like not even quiet, but I was just less of a people's person. Like even now, I'm still the same. You get me? Like I'm very much an observer in it. You get me? Like you see, if I go into a room with bare man I don't know, fam, I'm not the loudest person in that room. You get what I'm trying to say? You get, but same time, like man, like if I'm with all the men and that, man's will be the loudest person in the room. You get what I'm trying to say? Like, there's two different sides to man still, but yeah, fucking. Obviously, as a youth, the music thing was always man, but yeah, I was a bit quieter until man become T.Roadz, and it was like I was the people's person in it. Bro, if you get me, like, everyone just fuck with man and that. So from there, that's when man just started to be a bit more active and that.
You spoke about last time how before year 7, there wasn't really the T.Roadz until one day it came about. So what was the story about how you got the name T.Roadz and how T.Roadz started to appear?
I think for me, yeah, this is something that like man only really ever had this conversation with a man them slightly still. But yeah, for man, yeah, like you see when I first become T.Roadz, yeah, like bro, it was like, yeah, you know the best way to put it, yeah. It's like when Spider-Man gets bit by the spider, yeah. Then he's realizing he's got all these powers and that, bro, yeah. And he started saving, like, bro, that's what it was like, bro. Like, I swear down, like, once I become because my thing, obviously you watch the other podcast, so man know that, like, my thing that I never, like, music was never a choice for man. It's never something that I sat there and said, yo, I'm gonna do this until it started happening, you get me? Like, when I first started dropping freestyles and that, it was something man was just kind of thrown into, you get me? Because, like, I had bars and everyone thought I was hard. So once people started hearing them, like, man thought I was hard, innit? You get me? And yeah, I spoke about this before, but one girl called Gracia gave man the name T.Roadz from school, innit? So it was kind of like, man was T.Roadz with no choice. You get it? Like,
so she just said, yo, T.Roadz.
Yeah, like, we was in class one day, it was in English and that, Miss Homer and that, I remember, I got attention that lesson as well. Vets called the whole lesson, man was just talking about how man was going to do this freestyle and what man was going to call myself if I did music. And the girls there cussing man out saying, yo, you need to pattern your drip, you need to buy these clothes. Yeah, fam. And then, yeah, but I remember there was T-Money, yeah, T.Roadz. And there was a next name, I think it was T.Y. My name was Tyrese, innit? Yeah.
Okay. Sharp.
And then, yeah, fam, the bar that man wrote on that day was my first ever freestyle. My name's T.Roadz, but some people call me Ty. And I just thought, yeah, like, let's see the bar. I remember when I did the bar, yeah, I remember I tried it with all the different names. I thought, yeah, T.Roadz.
Sounds
T.Roadz. Yeah, that's the one that's got the ring to it.
So what happened following on that day? Because what did you have to do after you found out the name?
So, boom, obviously, man went out onto the playground now. The girls like to man, like, yo, you got to show everyone the bars, bro. Like, you got to show everyone. You got bars in it. You get me? These times I'm low-key shook, fam. Like, I've never, like, obviously, I've been writing since I was, like, as long as I can ever remember, bro. You get me? Like, from young days, you get me? But I never really show people, like, rarely I'd go down into the living room and I'd bust out one performance for my mom and dad or something. You get me? Like, rarely. But apart from that, like, I wouldn't really show people my bars in it. So, man was kind of shook on that, but yeah, I've gone out to the playground and that now. I remember all the elders, all like everyone in man's year and that, man, is all just sat in a circle. Everyone's clapping and that, man, spitting the bars. Everyone's gassing man up, bro. Like, I've done it like 15 times, bro. Like, everyone's gassing man up, bro. You get me? I'm thinking, yeah, like, man's got bars. Like, I'm thinking, yeah, like, man can do this. Then cool, I remember them times, man, they have a phone and that, rare. So, yeah, I've gone home and that, thought nothing of it. Gone into school the next day. obviously on the walk to school, bro, like man's a clocking, man saying, yo, like, bro, the freestyles on Insta. This girl's made the Instagram for man.
Oh,
same
swear.
Insta man's got now. Yeah, T.Roadz made Insta for man.
So she's just
She's gone in manager mode, bro.
That's
what I'm thinking, bro.
she saw that talent and said, yeah,
bro,
scouted.
A&R, bro. Like, you getting me, like big man thing, and yeah, she posted it up and that now. Yeah. Funny thing about that freestyle, yeah, I don't know if I said this in the last podcast.
You got need for speed going on that.
Mad thing, but yo,
Yeah.
see that freestyle, that not a lot of people know this, yeah. But you see that first freestyle, man edited the voice and that, bro. Like, them times, man was 12, yeah. Bro, man's voice was some Alvin and the Chipmunk. Like, you get me some high pitched frequency, you get it. So she's edited man's voice and that, put some like deep effect on it. You get me? But yeah, that drop, that was going crazy and that. And then yeah, from there I remember just next day in school, bro, man was a celebrity, bro. It's like mad fam, like man's walking down the corridor, like everyone's saying, yo, I seen that freestyle. Like, I didn't know you could rap. And it's crazy. Cause literally the day before that, yeah, I wasn't nobody, bro. Like, I was literally just like quiet and that, man. Used to just play basketball and that. Obviously I knew a couple people here and there. There's a couple, like the school man went to, yeah, in man's ends, like a lot of people from the private school that man went to that school, and it was like Kesh, King Edward's, Charleneath, or Cockshut was the two schools that man would go to from Blakenell, which was man's private school, innit? You get me? But me, I went Blakenell and I left Blakenell and I went to Gossy Lane, innit? You get me? Which was the next primary school. So I've gone to this primary school from year 4 to year 6 now. Then when I've got to secondary school, I'm seeing bare man from the primary school that I went to before that like I hadn't seen in like 2 years, innit? So once I got to school, I knew a couple people, but like man weren't bait as I was when I become T.Roadz, innit? You get me? So yeah, fam.
So what was that like for you? Cause I could imagine now, everybody knows who you are now. From going from nobody to T.Roadz.
Overnight.
How did that feel?
Like I said, fam,
Like to see everyone to say, yo, what's next for you?
It was that Peter Parker thing, fam. Like, it was like, yo, like man had to like realize. And you know what it is? I say this now, yeah. Like, I don't think I realized who man, like what it was to be T.Roadz until a couple years after that, bro. Like at this point in time anyway.
What do you mean by that?
Cause like, you see, because I was so young, yeah, and like gassed up essentially, because everyone's just gassing man up, bro, yeah. It was like, I didn't realize the situation man was in. You get what I'm trying to say? I'm just going to school and you get like, man's a gassing man up and everyone's saying, yo, T.Roadz, you're going to blow one day and da-da-da-da. But I don't actually realize, yeah, that I have this Peter Parker superpower. You get what I'm trying to say? Like, I don't realize that I can go save all these villains and da-da-da-da. You get what I'm trying to say? That's what it was like. Man didn't realize that man could like make a career out of it and actually drop music and da-da-da-da. You get me, car? Yeah, fam, it was just one of them things I always done, innit? You get me? So, yeah, fam, that, like, stepping into them shoes, like, it was just like, yeah, fam, it was just fun. Like, that whole point of my life, I was just having fun.
And what age was that?
So, that was from, I'd say from about 12 years old till about 14. Yeah.
So, when did the first, I want to say, was it the Black Box video where you had low hair?
I was 13 in that stuff.
13, because you look very young compared to what you look like now. So is that, at that precise moment, what was happening for you in your career then?
So even that, the Black Box thing and that.
Because you was the youngest in the room, right?
So yeah, so there's the Black Box Cypher and there's the Black Box Freestyle. The Black Box Cypher come first, and you get me? So at that point in time, like, I've done like few sets now. At that point in time, I'm basically just a hood celeb, innit? You get me? Like, I'm basically just known in my area. You get me? Like, I was doing a few local like channels, Crown Media, something called a Heat Seeker and that, and Ozone Media, like a few grime channels in it. But I never had nothing like proper. So when I've come to do that Black Box now, that was like the first proper like thing. You get me? That cypher. So when I've done that, that's like blew up and that now. You get me? Going back to that headspace at that age, like, bro, I don't like remember feeling any type of way or like.
Like no nerves.
It was just like,
it looked like you're just enjoying yourself.
Bro, I can't explain it, fam. Like, that point in my life was just fun, and it like I was literally just a kid having fun, and it like man was just going all these different places, doing freestyles and man's are gassing me up. Like, even at that point from the Black Box, I still don't think I understood my superpower still. It weren't till like after that, yeah, when man started like working with Foot Aside and working with Hoodrich, working with certain brands, like getting certain money, like man did a little tour in Germany and that, and Austria, Switzerland, places like that. Like, that's when it was like, raw, like man's actually a somebody now. You get me? But even at that point in time, I'd say that man didn't really fully understand like the business side of it, and like that man can like go somewhere from this. Like, I'm just thinking I'm a rapper now. Like, this is the life I live now. Like, all I have to do is keep going places and doing freestyles forever, and this is gonna be life. But really, it's not that, innit? Like, you actually have to clamp down and put the work in and do certain things behind the scenes and that. So yeah, I don't think I come to that realization till I was about 16, you know, bro. And at that point, man's already like 4 years deep in the music thing, fam. So yeah, fam.
That's mad. What made you write bars to begin with?
My
Because
dad, bro.
man don't write bars for no reason.
Yeah, my dad's still like really and truly, like I say my dad in it, yeah, but my dad never sat man there and said, yo, write bars, you get me? Because my dad was never an MC, my dad was a producer, you get me? So I always say my dad's the reason that I write bars, because my dad is like obviously the reason that there was always MCs in my yard, is the reason that I was always listening to Grime, was always around music and all that stuff. But I genuinely just feel like it was something man was meant to do. Like, it was man's calling, you know, like that. Like, I can't tell you why I was writing bars at 5, 6, 7 years old. You get me? Like, it was just something man was just doing. Like, it was genuinely normal to man up until that point where man's got to school and showed people. And then man are telling me, yo, you're hard. Like, until then, it was just second nature. Like, I'd always just write, fam. Like, even like in primary school and that, like in English class and that, man's writing poems. And I swear on my life, bro, like, man wanted to be an author and fucking, bro, I've wanted to be bare stuff in my life, quite like, but I wanted to be an author at one point. Like, man just loved writing, bro. Like, it was just my thing, bro. Like,
And then like, because your dad was a producer, what was that first beat he produced to you? Or that first time you said, Dad, I wrote some bars, I need something to rock?
okay, so cool, yeah. There's a couple, yeah. A lot of the stuff I used to write was a cappella, yeah. So like, when man was supposed to go to bed, man would just be sitting in my room just writing on a piece of paper and that, you get me? Once my mom's turned the TV off and that. So yeah, fam, a lot of the stuff I wrote was a cappella, yeah. And then I remember when I first started writing on beats was when I got a PC, yeah, and I had YouTube. And then them times, man was just writing to bed Drake beats and like
Drake type beats.
yeah, fam.
Yeah, that's
Like,
everyone's favorite.
yeah, and then that's, you see, even to this point, yeah, man was writing a cappella for time, yeah, up until that freestyle, that first freestyle in secondary school, year 7, yeah, because even that freestyle, man made everyone, like, I didn't have a beat for that, man made
That was
everyone
a cappella.
sit in a circle and everyone's just
Oh, yeah.
you get me? And then man spitting bars and that, like, that's what that was. And then after that freestyle, that's when I fully started writing to beats. I remember. You get me?
Okay, so throughout the whole time,
Yeah,
everything's just been bars
Acapella, right?
straight.
Obviously, I
acapella.
got to beats here and there on YouTube and that, but like my thing was mainly just acapella because I didn't know what my lane was as well. And them times I wasn't really too sure about type beats and going on YouTube and you get me. So yeah, fam. And then at that point, yeah, that's when I after that first freestyle, that's when I started going to man's local youth club, and you get me. And then once I started going to the local youth club, there was mans there that was doing grime. You get me? And I grew up on grime my whole life, innit? But like, I didn't know it was grime, if that makes sense, innit? Like, I knew it was grime, yeah. But like, I didn't fully know like the whole grime thing, innit? You get me? So once I've gone to that youth club now, yeah, that's when I started doing my research, innit? That's when I started looking at Swifter Beta beats and man started flipping writing to certain instrumentals and even researching certain like famous clashes and freestyles like Foot Radio. Like there were certain things that I was listening to growing up and watching, yeah, that like I didn't realize what it was until like I started spitting bars, and then I've gone back and it's like, oh yeah, I've seen that before. Like, man, I used to watch that when I was a year and that, and then it's like that's when I started making sense of everything.
Because in one of the podcasts you did, you said obviously your dad was just playing beats
all the time.
So to you, it's just
fam,
second to nothing.
It's like once I've like when I started like looking into certain things and that, it's like, yo, like I think I even said in that podcast, like there's certain things, yeah, that man already felt involved in before I got there, in it, because I've been watching it for time, you get me? So like certain grime MCs and that, like Triller and C4 off track, birthday set and that one legendary set, bro. I remember watching that, you get me? That set there, yeah, fucking enough legendary grime MCs, like the whole Birmingham grime scene, you get me? Now fast forward 10 years, bro, and man's doing Sir Spiral set with all the same, man. You get me? Like, but when I'm in that room, it just feels second nature because I've been watching them for years. You get me? Like when I'm in the room with C4 on sets and that, And I've never been on a set with you in my life, but I know your bars, bro. You get me?
Oh,
I know
yeah.
every single bar you're gonna spray, fam. And I feel like we've been touring the UK doing sets together for the past 10 years. You know what I'm trying to say?
Do you know, I agree with that because I would say the set you did that came out a month ago when you had socks on the C4 and it just looked like you belonged there.
Yeah.
Like it was okay, it was normal. Like,
Nah,
yo, you've
best.
been around these man from time.
Yeah,
But how does that feel to be recognized at such an early age because you're still 19 and you've accomplished so much?
See, it's mad when I get asked that question because, like, I don't deep what it feels like. Like me, bro, I thought I was a big man when I was 12 years old. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, when I'm doing black box and that at 13 and I'm in Germany at 14 and that, like, I felt like a big man then, innit? You get what I'm trying to say? So when mans are telling me I'm young then, saying, yo, you're doing all this stuff for a youth and like you're hard for a youth and that, I'm telling man, shut up. Like, I'm hard in general, bro. Like, you get me? Like, for all that for a youth talk, like, I'm hard in general, you get me? So now, like, I'm older. Like, now, like, I just feel like, I don't know, fam, like, I feel a bit more seasoned. Like, I feel like, because I've done all that stuff when I was younger, I feel like now I can talk to man as a big man on a big MC, like, type level, type. You get what I'm trying to say? So, yeah, fam.
So how did this rap game stuff come into play?
Bro, rap game have been shouting for years, you know. Like,
So, yeah.
but I was never older.
Because I always hear you have to apply to come onto rap game.
But tell her, like, everyone that I spoke to from this new season, like, no one applied. Like, they shouted everyone from this new season.
Okay.
But yeah, they've been shouting for time, bro, like for time. But I never wanted to do it. Like, man used to get shouted by everyone, like the rap game, the voice kids.
And the voice is hard though. The voice is hard though.
We got little shacks. My brethren just done the voice kids and like smashed it still. But yeah, fam. I just never wanted to do it. Cause I never wanted to be like known from the rap game, innit? Like, you know, like when you do.
But you know what? Okay, you say that.
Like, yo, that's my man. From
You
the
said
rap
that.
game.
I checked you out before the rap game. So obviously you go into rap game and then I checked before and I was like, you've already got a following. Before, like compared to everybody else who I came onto rap game.
See, that's why I went on there now. Because after having conversations like with people that was around, man, and that, it's like, yo, like there's nothing that man can't benefit from it. Like there's literally no negative from going on there.
So would
like,
you say once you kind of grew up, you realized it's a business move?
Yeah, literally. Like now it's a thing where like I'm older in it. Like I'm not the same T.Roadz that man was. You get it? So it's like, and also like a lot of like my baitest moments that people know about, like the Black Box Cypher and all stuff like that, and my Lord of the Mics and them little warm-up sessions and behind bars, like that period of time, like that's a few years ago now, you get what I'm trying to say? So it's like now, like man need to come out with something new, you get me? So for me, going on there, it was like a rebrand, like just like a reintroduction to man, like, yo, is that like rap game, that's T.Roadz that was doing the Black Box from, like, he's grown up, like, he's got long hair now, he's got a little...
You mentioned that in your final song. So, walk me through, first challenge. How did you feel after the first challenge?
Alright, safe. Now, let's go before the first challenge, yeah. So, let's go to, like, when I found out man's going to be on the show, yeah.
Okay.
Safe. Man, them can vouch, but I found out I'm on the show and that.
Wait, shout out. Ty and Trey in the back. Shout out the man.
I'm saying, yo, man's found out I'm on the rap game, like, yo, light work, like light work in it. Like, I ain't watched a lot of the seasons. I've only watched the first one. I've watched a bit of the second one, Graft and that, and I've watched the most recent one. I rewatched it when I heard I was going on there, innit? And then yeah, I'm watching the type of man that I've been on there before, and I'm thinking, bro, light work in it. Like, man's gonna body this, bro. Like, genuinely, like, I genuinely in my heart I thought, yeah, this will be easy, bro. Like, writing bars in 24 hours and that, like, that's mine. Like, there's been times where I've wrote a bar yesterday, gone to a set tomorrow, and thought, yo, let me try to drop this new one, and it's landed. You get me? So I thought, yo, mine are like, it'll be easy, innit? And then Cool Man's gone there and that. Now, yeah, you see the whole experience is bare, like you see TV, fam. Like it's TV, innit? You get me?
Yeah.
That's one thing that I didn't think about before I went there. Like, I've went there thinking, yo, all I gotta do is write these bars and you get me, I'm gonna do challenges and like minor. But it's actually TV, bro. Like, you get me? It's not just a competition, like it's TV, so you got
Would you say it takes away the authority of it just going there for music purposes?
Yeah, to an extent, innit? Because you've got to be awake at a certain time in the morning, you get me? You've got to sacrifice certain times in your day to make sure that the cameramen are there in the AP to do whatever shots and but really you should be writing or trying to practice your bars. Remember your bars are Like I remember there was one time, I can't remember what week it was, yeah, but there was a day, yeah, like we had an important challenge, yeah, but there was a whole day that we had to miss just because of filming. So really that day, like we found out the challenge on one day, then the day after that, really that should have been the day where man was writing and practicing and
Okay.
but we couldn't do nothing that day because we had to do filming, like a promo run, like we man had to like, know that thing where man say the rap game.
Oh, the rap game, yeah, with the lipstick.
Yeah. Man had to do all that stuff and the photos and all that. So man missed the day, innit? You get me? So then, yeah, little stuff like that, like it takes away from like the bar and thing, and then even like just the challenges, bro. You get me? Like, man, think this is man now with all these lights and cameras, bro. Enough man behind the camera, bro. Like I'm talking bodies, bro. Like,
wait a second, are these seasoned man who know about music, or are these just pure cameraman?
I'm talking
who would
like,
hear you spit some bars and be like,
bro, I'm
straight
talking,
face.
yo, white man with the glasses with straight hair and a dog piercing. That's what I'm talking about.
so really and truly, if someone was to hear your bars, like one of the seasoned brother, we're like, yeah, cool.
Yeah, like,
These men are just like,
there's man on the team, and it like big up Abby, big up Josh, big up Trent. Like there's man on the team who are like man from the ends and that. You get me? Like, but like a lot of the, you got the sound guys, you got the light guy, you got the man who's holding the camera, you got the man. You get what I'm trying to say? Like a lot of them man, they are just fam. Yeah. Yeah, bro. Like man, just seeing their still heads with man spitting on that.
Man,
still heads.
Man,
all right. So how does that feel as like an MC rapper? Because obviously when you're clashing and when you're in the studios and you do the sessions, you see the energy. Everybody's going fingers up. What? Yo, reload that. But you just got man who just
see that's
straight in your face.
That's the difficulty within it now. That's the part where man had to adapt to it. Now you get it, cause it's like cool. Like man's a grime MC in it. So my whole thing is based off essence in it, grime essence, bro. So when man go to a show or a set, yeah. Like my best ever shows, yeah, have been because once I've got on that stage, yeah, that crowd has been going mad from before my foot's even touched the stage. You get what I'm trying to say? Like, that's why man's done the mad thing. Like my best ever sets, like they've been the best because the MC before me and the MC before that, yeah, has just absolutely annihilated the set. So now by the time the mic's in my hand, I need to know that I'm doing the mad thing. You get what I'm trying to say? And once I'm shelling, all these men are feeding energy into man anyway, so I'm just going even madder. See, the rap game thing now, yeah, you're with 5 other men who want you to lose, essentially.
Yeah.
Man, I remember it's a competition, you get me? So you're, as much as man are moving pally and man are living together and that, everyone wants that top spot. You get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
As much as a man might give you a little comment and say, yo, change this and that, but really and truly, if you show a man your bar, a man ain't gonna tell you, yo, change this and change that and because if a man thinks it's shit, man is gonna say, yeah, like keep that shit. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, I get it.
So even stuff like that now, and then boom, once man are going into challenges, you got all these men behind you, probably want you to flop. You get me? Then you got men in front of you who are watching like your every move. These men are like quick corner and target. These men are like trying to pick out little thing and they're waiting for you to flop so they get me.
So the energy's just wrong.
The energy's crazy, bro. Then from behind the camera, you got men who are just standing there watching. Yeah, you got enough like fucking cameras and then even then now, yeah, like as soon as like man have finished, let's say we do the walk-in shot where everyone walks in and says Wagwan's crept and After that now, man are waiting like another half an hour for the cameras to sit up in a different angle and So it's bare just
I've heard it's like that.
It's being longed out. Like, you get me? Like, I've woke up in the morning fresh with my bar in my head, ready to go. You get me? Now, by the time I've got to the challenge, yeah, I've done about 15 interviews. You get me? I've been waiting around for about 4 hours. You get what I'm trying to say? I've had about 3 lunch breaks. And you get what I'm trying to say? Like, there's them ones, bro. It's them ones.
Yeah, that's the moment.
So, first challenge.
I was about to say, first challenge. Chat to us.
Walk us through that.
All right, first challenge. All right, so boom, yeah. First challenge. I remember this one. So when man's gone in there now, obviously we've all had to walk into the room one by one and meet each other and see even when I've walked in there, Dahlia was already there and Reeps was already there. Yeah.
We got Reeps, I like Reeps.
Yeah, Reeps my guy still. Like a week before this, I'm talking to Reeps on TikTok and that, you get me? Neither of us know that we're both going on the rec games. So me and him were chatting before this and that now. So when I've seen him there, I've seen swear down. Like, so cool. From that moment there, I thought, yeah, like this is going to be even more like what the man thought. Because man's with people that man know. You get what I'm trying to say? Like, Dahlia, she's from Birmingham and that, you get me? So we just gave man that friendly vibe, you get me? So from, once I've walked in there, it just felt nice, fam. Like, it just felt like, yeah, safe. Then man's done the first challenge. And I flopped, blood. The last like 4 bar. I didn't flop bad. Like the last 4 bar, stumbled on my bar. Now, bro, I know this bar, bro. Like I know, like man had to write this because we had to isolate before we went there in a hotel and that. I've wrote this bar in the hotel beforehand. I know this bar, bro. I don't know why I fumbled. You get me? And then you see after that, because I fumbled that little. I think it was just the pressure and.
I saw it because you started covering your face.
Yeah, bro.
And I thought you was gonna bring it back.
And I don't even know what happened, fam. You get me? Genuinely. And then after that, now, yeah, I think man was just battling with myself in my head and that, fam. Like I'm thinking, like cool. Man's like I'm thinking in my head, yeah. Like I'm the only one here that's really got a following. Apart from Reach got a bit of following before, but I'm the only one here who's like kind of known before, and like man know me as a sheller in it. Like humbly, I've never been in a room and man have told me I'm shit. You get what I'm trying to say? So yeah, when I'm going here now, I need to show man that I'm the same T.Roadz that man have been watching for years, bro. You get me? Everyone that's at home, when my name's been announced on the TV saying T.Roadz is going on the show and everyone's saying, yeah, T.Roadz is going to win that light work. T.Roadz is hard. And that's the type of messages man was getting in it. So everyone that's saying that, yeah, I've got to make sure that these people's word is being stood on. You get what I'm trying to say? Like, I've got to make sure I back these people's word. So I think that was the whole thing that was playing in man's head, yeah. Obviously, I've missed the first challenge. And I thought, yo, second challenge. Like, I've gone back to the apartment and I'm saying to myself, yo, like, this second challenge, I'm going to write my hardest ever 24 bars, yeah. I'm not going to flop. And you see that whole thing of me telling myself, I'm not going to flop, because I flop. It introduced the flopping into my head, bro.
I was also going to say, wasn't there, the second challenge, wasn't there also added pressure because wasn't two of you going to be replaced?
Nah, not on the set. That was the third challenge.
That was the third challenge.
Yeah, so the second challenge, I think there was just pressure for man because I flopped the first challenge. It was only me and Licks that flopped the first challenge. Everyone else has done calm. And on top of that, I've gone up first, innit? You get me? And then on top of that, I've wrote my techie. No, we were supposed to write 24 bars. I remember I wrote 8 bars extra. Yeah. And I've wrote my techiest 24 bars because I'm thinking, yo, after that, I need to just show them that I'm the hardest here, innit? Yeah. Then yeah, fam, it just didn't resonate, but I could not get it out, fam. Like, I could not get it out, bro. Like,
how did that make you feel?
Bro, you see, after that, they didn't even show man this like on camera. And you see, as soon as that challenge was finished, bro, I left the room, bro. I didn't want to do no off-camera Vox talk. I was so vexed with myself, bro, yeah. Because I knew the part as well, bro. And I was thinking in my head, like, yo, like, you T.Roadz, bro. Like, bro, you've been to a million radio sets. You've been to a million shit. Like, what are you doing? Like, I was so vexed with myself, bro, yeah. And yeah, fam, I went and sat in one cafe over the road for time. Everyone was chatting to me saying, yo,
what was going through your head mentally? I could imagine, you know, big T.Roadz.
Because I'm thinking,
mentally, bro,
I'm thinking,
like,
yo,
you're battling yourself.
Yeah, that's what it was. I was literally battling myself. I'm thinking, bro, I'm like, fuck loving my team. I'm the hardest man here, bro. Yeah, I'm the hardest man here. I'm the man here with the most, like, following and with the most back catalogue of the things he's done over the years. And you get me? Like, why are you the only one that's flopping this bad and that, bro? Like, that's what that, and big up Dan, big up cameraman Dan, yeah. Car up until like the whole taxi ride home, like man's got back to the apartment, I sat in a room and thinking, nah, I'm vexed, bro. Like, this can't keep happening. Like, why does this keep happening, bro? Like, why am I flopping? Because I actually know the bars, bro. Like, then yeah, fam, I'm just sat there for time and that, bro. Obviously, I'm a weed smoker as well, you get me? You weren't allowed to smoke.
I'm about to say, you weren't allowed to. Were you isolated?
Yeah. Like, before man's gone to the apartment, man had to isolate in a hotel for 3 days, yeah. No, a week, I think it was. Thought it was, but man had to isolate anyway. Then once we was there, we weren't allowed to leave the penthouse or nothing, so man weren't allowed to get on loud. Yeah, I've just sat there now, yeah. I'm thinking, yo, this would be the perfect time. Bonus spliff, yeah. Forget about everything, yeah. Go to my challenge tomorrow. I'll be nice, bro. You get me up. So man had those spliffs. I'm just sitting there now, and my guy, Dan, cameraman's coming in. He just gave me one pep talk. He's saying, yo, like, see it in your eyes, like, battling with yourself, bro. Like, you're putting all this pressure on yourself, and you think about it, about home, and yeah, I gave him my pep talk. And then after that, fam, I just thought, you know what, fam, fuck it. Like, that's when on the show, you see that man start to, like, accommodate for the show then. You get me? Cause the challenge after that was the hooks challenge. And man said to the producers, yo, give me a slower beat. Like, I want to show them I can do something else other than Grime. So they gave me a rap beat. And then that's when I done the hooks challenge, the Gallum tune, the gimme. And then after that, man
57 vibe, that gave me.
Yeah, but man wanted to accommodate. You get me? A man had to start accommodating for the show. So even the challenge after that now, yeah, they gave me a 135 BPM beat. So basically Grime, but it's a little bit slower, you get me? So that means I can still do my skippy flows, but when I'm doing them, it's slowed down a bit now, you get me? So man can take time to remember the bars properly. And even when man's there, man can say if I think that I'm going to flop the bar, like I've got time to process it, you get me? Because I'm doing 100 miles per hour flows usually, you get what I'm trying to say? In the first 2 challenges, I was trying to do the mad thing. So yeah, fam. And then after that, that's when I started to, like, you get me, to settle in and things were a bit easier for man. From then, man, fuck the flopping thing. Started shelling, bro.
Okay.
Hard.
So what would you say your best moment in Rap Game UK was? Besides the final, we'll get onto the final. Because I thought the final
Yeah, the final death one.
I think you had the best one.
Best moment in the show. My favorite challenge, of mine is the one where the two people come in, the Saviour spot challenge, where Ella Lewis and RLs come in. Yeah, that's my favorite bars in it. And that's my favorite bars. My favorite challenge that I got the best reception from was the 3 beats challenge. The one where they just played the random.
You was wavy on that, even on the slow beat at the end.
That was my favorite reception.
So how do you prepare for a moment like that where you don't know the beats that are gonna come?
That was the challenge that was made for man, bro. Cause that's no different to a grime set, bro. Man went to a grime set yesterday in London. Man didn't know any beat that they was gonna play, but they could have been playing pots and pans for all man know. You gotta go there, fam, and you get me, adapt to it, bro. You get me, and that's all it is, fam. So yeah, can't even you see rap game as well, yeah. One thing about rap game now, you see all them challenges. This is one thing that man don't know. Man don't get to pick your beats, you know.
Huh?
Yeah, like you see when you have a challenge, yeah, bro, you have 2 beats. You get me? You have a beat that's been made for you for that challenge that's assigned to you, and then you have a backup. So when man's done that the hooks challenge, they gave me a rap beat. They gave me a drill beat, and that you get me like a normal grimy in 140 BPM beat. That's when I said to them, yo, I want the backup because the backup was a rap one. But yeah, usually. And then obviously from that week, I told them try and make the next one a bit slower for man, you get me? But yeah, they just give you the beat. If you're not happy with the beat, you fucked it, bro.
Oh, so like, yo, if that beat ain't meeting your skill set, that's it.
For example, yeah, on the, they was, I pick up 65 card, them man, their style, they're like real rap stars in it. So their beats that they wanted is a very specific type of way, and they would never ever get their beats. But any challenge that they got, they'd never ever get the beat that they wanted. They was always worried about.
So do you know when you clashed, you was in Benny Freestyles?
Yeah. Benny Flows, yeah.
Benny Flows, and then you went together and made a song together. Did you get to pick that beat?
So like, even that challenge, there was one beat that was made for me and Benny Flows. You get me? Then there was a backup beat. We either chose if we liked that beat.
So you guys ain't get no input on the beat.
No
it's
input
just
at all. But sometimes though, yeah. Say if like I've got given a beat and I'm not happy with it, and Reeps has got given a beat and he's not happy with it, but Reeps likes my beat and I like his beat, we can swap in it. You get me? Like,
okay,
like that.
yeah.
If you've got a hard beat, you don't want to swap with no one. You get me? Like,
yeah. So important part in the clashing. Do you think you won?
The clash, no. I'm a clash MC, bro. I tell my shit. I did not win that clash, bro. Like, man coming from Grime, like, man know what it is to win a clash in it. You get me? Like, I personally think Benny won that clash in it. Obviously.
And why do you say that?
The main reason I say that, is because I didn't spit any of my bars. Like, I forgot my bars in that clash. It's not realizable, you get me? But I forgot my bars, bro. Like, there was so many hard bars that I had for many, that I wish that just dropped and resonated with the crowd, but they just flew out of my head, bro.
So what's going through your mind when you're clashing? Because you seen it with 65, like, these man went on LR Lucy's PlayStation, took all the information, took everything, come to the scene and
I think
didn't have the bars ready.
On the day, in the show, I think they did it in a different order though. On the day, me and Benny clashed first. We was the first clash. Yeah, we was the first clash of the day, I think, I'm sure. So yeah, fam. Obviously, when you're in clash mode, you're just in war mode, fam. Like, you're just thinking like, yo, man, just want to I just want to get on a mic and just do, and then you get. But you see that one, you know what threw me? Chip. I love Chip, you know why for that, but yo, I love Chip. Like, you see Chip, man, like, he's one of my favorite MCs, bro. And because he's relatable as well, like, he was in school reading out his GCSEs on One Extra Live, and that, you get me, like, he was a young MC, you get me, so yeah, I love Chip. So when he's the guest man and he's walked in that room, he swear down, like, man's gonna fed in front of my man now. So yeah, but man, bro, I forgot my bars, bro, and there were certain things that I wrote, that I wish I said, because I know for a fact if I said them, I would have won. And because I didn't say them, that's why I feel like I didn't win. You get it?
Oh, okay, I get it.
But I don't think he smashed like done man in. Like,
Nah, I wouldn't say
never ever done man in. Like, you won in it. Yeah,
so what is like going through an MC's mind when he's about to clash? Because you can see some people get too emotional, some people get too pumped up to start to forget the bars, and then no one really stays composed. It's just a straight on-site.
It's just tunnel vision for me, bro. Like, it's just like, yo, I ain't thinking nothing that you're gonna write. Say if there's something. Like, so, for instance, when we was in the penthouse, my man always spat one bar to me, one of my bars in it, you get me? So I had a feeling that in the clash, he was going to remix that bar in it. So I wrote a bar that fucking, like, in case he remixed, I would have went back with, you get me? But he didn't do it. But yeah, And usually, man, don't ever think about what my man's gonna say, bro. You get me? I just need to make sure everything that I'm writing right now is fucking cold. It's gonna pen you down in it. And then after that, fam, it's just remember the bars, tunnel vision. You get me? Once man get in there, bro, yeah. Even when he's like, there's certain things that Benny said about man, yeah. I didn't even know he said until I watched it back on TV. You get me? Because I'm not listening to nothing you're saying, bro. I'm not trying to say let you say nothing. It's gonna make me forget about my bar and throw man off. Because I'm already forgetting about my bars. Yo, man's had 24 hours to write them or whatever. You get me? So yeah, fam. Yeah, bro.
Yeah, that's mad.
Well, I remember after that class, I was gassed, bro. Our Chip said, man, won, and I'm thinking, yeah, like, you thought, man, won, and I forgot my bars, man, was freestyling and that. Like, yeah, lit still. Man, I don't think I won that still.
Did you get to speak to Chip?
No, but I seen him the day after in the penthouse because he was staying in the same place that man staying in, and he was just chatting to him, just showing man loving that. Like, man's got in the lift, and my man was getting in the lift.
Oh, that's
He said,
yeah.
Casually in the lift with Chip and that.
So like, despite you having big names in front of you, so you had Chip, you had obviously Krypton Conan, Abra, M. Huncho. Do these guys ever give you that coaching, guiding, and mentoring that you're looking for to take you guys to that next level? Or was it all just for the face of the show?
Yeah, bro, like, you know what it is, fam? You gotta remember, fam, like, these man are artists had to say at the end of the day, you get me, like, and especially how the music thing is as well, you get me, like, only certain people are actually like that. Like, only certain people will actually genuinely want to see you win, you get me? See, in the music thing, fam, you see, like, mans that, like, in the scene and that, you get me, like, it's very, like you have your seconds of fame, if I'm getting what I'm trying to say, and you get me? So there's certain man, yeah, that like won't want to like give you the blueprint, you get me? Because they've just found the blueprint and now they've got there. They don't want you to get there too soon, you get me? They want their time there. If you get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
A lot of man that you meet, yeah, are raw like that, fam. Like a lot of man, especially in London, fam, like clocked it. Like a lot of man are like that, fam. So, yeah, fam. Like a lot of man that come didn't chat to man that you could just tell that obviously as much as they're artists, they've been paid to be there. You get me? TV, get there, they all check and bounce. You get me? So obviously, man, understand that in it. You get me? So because I understand that, I'm not too fussed too much in it. You get me? But yeah, not like the only people who really gave man G advice, I say Fraser T. Smith. Like,
Fraser.
He was the realest out of all of them.
What made him the realest?
Bro, like, he's just such a pure guy, bro. Like you can tell that he genuinely has your best intentions at heart. You know them ones there, fam? Like, you can tell that although he's just been paid to come there and do what he needs to do, he's genuinely going to make the most out of his time there. Like, he's genuinely going to make sure you can shoot the best thing and give you all this advice. And even after man done the challenges, follow man on Insta and said, yo, any advice you need, anything you need, message man.
Shout me.
Then when the show's dropped, he's messaged man again and said, yo, if there's anything, like, anyone shouting you and you want any advice, like, you get on to like, that's real to man, you get me? Like, that's real shit.
Yeah, that's real.
But, yeah, so big up Fraser. But apart from my man, I don't really, Avelino, you get me? Like, said his little ones and twos after, and Abracadabra was chilling there for a bit. And Huncho was chilling there for a bit, to be honest. But yeah, no one really gave their advice, like, yo, you should do this and that. Like, no one, I even kept to that really, but until the final, like that final, yeah, freestyle. After that was the most Krypton ever said stuff, ever.
Was that in the room? Was that the part in the room where you were all talking and shaking hands?
We was listening to the tune, and that was the most feedback they gave.
So, following up, leading to the final, made it through the challenges, had a few ups and downs, but now it was time to showcase it at the big Kenny Oster. How was you feeling leading up to that?
You know what, fam?
I don't know, you have to think about it.
You know what, like, bro, like, it's weird, fam, cause see watch man come back from rap game, yeah? Like, I didn't think about it too much still. Because I knew exactly in my head what I wanted to do. And like, see man, fam, I'm very like, I don't know how to explain it, fam. Like, once I know that I want to do something, yeah, I'm going to do it, innit? You get me? So I'm not going to worry about it too much because I know that I'm going to do it, you get me? So like, see with that, I had exactly the idea in my head, like, the way that the Kenny All-Star Freestyle came out, that's exactly how I wanted it to be, you get me? And like, I'm in interviews, these lot come down to Brum, do some filming and that. I'm in interviews talking about this freestyle like I wrote it. Like there's certain things that you see in the show and that where man's done a little interview and I'm talking about like, yo, I'm going deeper in this one and I'm doing this and da-da-da-da. I'm saying all that. I ain't even wrote it.
Yeah, I thought that wasn't that part where you still looking to get the beat ready?
Yeah. Like there was a part, bro. Like man, it took man time to even get a beat, bro. Car. I needed the beat to hit. Like man made big up Lotus, my guy Lotus. Man made about 10 beats with Lotus, bro. 10 little templates, and man, like we ended up putting 2 of them together to make that Kenny freestyle still. But yeah, man was like,
the beat was called on that one still.
Yeah, mad thing still. Big up Lotus every time still. That beat's crazy. But yeah, fam, for me, it was a thing where like, yo, throughout the show, yeah, I was showing man like, yo, man can do shit other than grime. Like I did the little singing thing in the vid shoot one, and then I did the little hooks challenge with the little rap thing, and obviously the tune with Benny, man, did a little rap and whatever that was, you get me? So yeah, I just wanted to give them something grimy, yeah. But at the same time, like no one really knows, man, innit? Like no one, like you see like man's whole career, fam. Like every tune I've ever dropped, every freestyle like that my fan base would have ever listened to, you get me? Like I'm just talking about shelling, bro. You get me? I'm just being the best MC or getting gal or you get me? Normal grime MC stuff, you get me? But there's nothing there out in the public with substance where it's like,
and I feel like in this one, you really got to portray.
This is what that's what I felt like I had to do. Like, not even like what I wanted to, like, that's what I had to do for that freestyle. You get me? Like, man, I had to show them, like, yeah, fam, this is everything. Like, that freestyle was just everything that brought man to that point. Yeah, fam. What, like, the last little bit where the beat changes, man, just talking about what man planned to do after, and yeah, bro. Yeah,
you even got the wheel up as well. Yeah. How did that feel to get a wheel up by Kenny? That was massive.
Kenny didn't wheel me though under the thing. Like Kenny didn't jack me still. Yeah, wheel me, wheeled Reaps. They wheeled Ella. Yeah, wheel me. Nah. I was vexed still. but
I can see it in your face right now.
I didn't care though. You know why I didn't care? Because I didn't, like, when I wrote that.
You know, like he was about to.
Yeah, nah, he was gassed in it. He was definitely gassed in it. But when I wrote that freestyle, I didn't write it to think that, yo, I'm gonna get a reel up at this bar. Like usually when I go sets and that, like, there's certain bars I have and I know when I drop this bar, I'm getting a reload in it. You get me? Or like even when I have certain tunes, like when I go to shows, like I know when I get to this part in the song, they're gonna go mad in it. You get me? But yeah, with the Kenny, I never wrote it like that. Like with the Kenny, it was literally just that thing. I wrote it to show them me and it, like to show them the other side to man, to show them like bit of the story and rare fam. So yeah. I didn't write it for the reload, so yeah, I was vexed I didn't get a reload. But then again, like, how do you wheel up a man that's talking about his family and his brethren that had brain surgery? And you get what I'm trying to say? Like,
yeah, I get you.
You don't really wheel it still. You just digest it and listen to it. I don't want man to.
So how did that feel like being your first track where you like proper? Well, the first time in rap game where you proper poured your heart out because you spoke about your dad. Yeah, but even to leaving the PlayStation in the car. And then you spoke about your sisters.
We had found like, yo,
your boys, was it Major?
Yeah, Major, man's engineer and that stuff. But, yeah, it was weird, fam. Like, it was raw, weird, car, like.
Because I would say, the versatility on that one was different.
Yeah. You see a lot of that stuff that I talked about in that freestyle. So, like, stuff with my pops and my sisters and that. I don't talk, man, don't chat about that stuff in it. You get me, like, ever to anyone. Like, not even a man and that. You get me, like, even like, yo, man's right hand that man was talking about in that freestyle. You get me, like there's certain stuff that like mans go through and rare, you get it. But like we don't sit there and have them conversations really. Like we do, but when man have it, it's like a big man conversation. Like man are just thinking about it logically. You get me? Like, all right, this has happened. Cool, man's gonna do this. You get it? Like it's not like this has happened. I feel this way about it, and it's affecting man in this way. And like man don't have them type of conversations in it. So that freestyle was like the first like time man's had ever heard me address certain things and it, especially in music, you get me, but not even just in music, like in general. Like it was the first time man have ever heard me address certain things in it and how I feel about them, fam. So it was weird to know that the world is gonna listen to that. You get what I'm trying to say? Like,
did people start coming up to you like, bro, I didn't know you went through this, you went through that?
Like there was like people messaging man on social media saying like, yo, like I've been through similar things, or like like I respect your story and that, like, you get me? So it's nice to know, you get me, that you get me, people are listening and that.
Yeah. I mean, how was it for you? Because you could hear it in the tonality. It sounded like it was emotional, especially when you spoke about your sisters and ending it all. Like,
yeah, fam, like, it's like
that's emotional.
Yeah, fam. You see with bars like that, fam. It's like when you're an actor, fam, and you go do certain acting roles. Like you gotta feel the role for it to be real, innit? You get me? Like when man are talking about certain things in music, fam, like man's gotta feel it. You get me? So then when I'm spitting it, you can hear in the passion that man's feeling it. You get me? And you feel it too. You know, them ones there. So yeah, fam, man just had to like feel it, fam. You see, after I did it that day, I didn't listen to it for time, bro.
Sweet.
Bro, I didn't listen to it for time still. Like,
Why is it?
Cause like, I don't know, fam. Like, I just didn't really want to like revisit it. You get me? Like that. Like,
How does it feel now even talking about it?
like now. Like, you see now, fam. Like, now I've done that Kenny All-Star freestyle, yeah, and I spoke about them thing. I'll go and talk to anyone about it now. Like, hackney, you get me? Cause like, I feel like it was just something that was there. Now it's in the world, minor. Like, it's away from man, you get me? Like, it's just like, yeah, fam, I can talk about it now because people know, you get it. But like, it's when, like, you know, when people don't know things, yeah, it's like, basically, yeah, see that freestyle? That freestyle was the opportunity for me to address things that man don't speak about, yeah. And I feel like it was the best way for man to do it, you get me? Cause I feel like if I never did that freestyle, till now I wouldn't have had like certain conversations with certain people, you get what I'm trying to say? I think that freestyle, cause like certain things I just wouldn't want to talk to man about, cause it's like, yo, like I don't like that whole like patronizing thing or like, the man's trying to feel sorry for you and that, bro. Like, I don't like
you don't like the sympathy.
Yeah, I don't like all that stuff, you get me? And like, yeah, fam, I feel like certain things I'm saying in that tune, if I was to go town, I remember would try and like look at man in a certain way or like, you know, I don't know, fam, but yeah, now I feel like it's out into the world through the music. I feel like that was the best way I could have got it out there, you get me? And now it's off my chest to talk about it. That's basically what I'm trying to say.
So Brandon, did you shout him after that hearing that song?
I showed these man before, like.
Oh, you saw it before?
It's okay. And you know what it is with that one as well, yeah? It's like, see a lot of things that like have gone on around, man, and that, yeah? It's like that freestyle, like, if you're around, man, and you listen to that freestyle and you know me personally, yeah, it's just like, wow, type thing.
That's what I was saying. Because it did sound like a lot was on that song.
Yeah, quite like, so for instance, my guy T.Roadz, basically, yeah, that's called him his joke name and that. Yeah, fam, like he's been with man. You get me when certain things have happened and da. So when like you hear it in a tune from start to finish, you get me. It's like raw. You get me, like man don't even know what to say type thing. Like I remember when I showed the man, then like the man didn't even know what to say type thing. Like man was like this is the one in it. Like that's literally all you can say. Even my right hand that I was talking about in there and his pops and stuff. You get me, like. He like that situation with his pops, yeah. Like even his peoples don't like people that are around him don't know about that. You get what I'm trying to say? But even for him, he showed man like that's the best way for people to know about it was through this song. Like I just feel like that song was perfect, basically, for man to just get things.
How did your dad feel seeing himself?
Even that. So like, see me and my dad's relationship, yeah. It's like, and my dad's my guy, and you get me. But he's very like cold. Yeah, cold. Cold in it, but like not cold though. More just like
not expressing. Like
you say, it's like that stoic kind of love.
Yeah,
that man of the generation.
Yeah,
I love you, but I'm not gonna show you.
Yeah, to an extent. But even like man don't like talk about things with my dad and that. You get what I'm trying to say? And like basically, yeah, in man's life, yeah, like my dad come from a certain lifestyle in it. You get me? And then growing up, like. Man almost fell into that same path in it. You get me? So like from a father point of view, yeah, my dad just looks at me as a little him in it. You get me? And he feels like man was making certain mistakes and and like he basically like, although man will joke and have laughs and like my dad slightly feels like man didn't rate him and stuff. You get me? Because man weren't listening to things he's saying and just following the paths that he told me not to follow all these years and stuff in it. So I feel like that freestyle was the perfect thing for me to say to my dad, like, yo, like, man, love you, you know, like, man, raw, love you, bro, you get me? Like, man, listen to the things that you're telling me and like, it's not what you think it is, but it's just life, innit? You get me? Like, same way you ended up getting into things and you didn't know what, like, it just happens, innit? It's just life, innit? So that was the best way for me to explain that to him as well, because man, don't sit there and have them conversations, and so, bro, I don't know if you're amazing to say this, but my dad told me he cried when he heard that, bro. And my dad cried when he listened to Kenny freestyle. You get me? Car. There's things that man said on there that he don't even know, bro. You like, my dad don't know that I feel that way about him. Like he feels like I feel different ways about him, but it's not that. You get me? So yeah, fam. Literally, like my dad thinks I hate him because it's hard on man, but I don't. Like I understand the lessons you're trying to teach me, and you get me, but because I don't listen all the time, you think I don't understand it, but I'm not listening because this is the way the path in my life's taking me, and these are certain things that I have to do. You get me? It's one of them ones, fam.
We say a very pivotal moment.
Yeah, literally.
And then following on when you done the freestyle, you feel like you won?
Bro, 100%, bro. I feel like I won before I even went down there and fucking like genuinely like everything man put into that freestyle, yeah. Like I can hand on heart, I don't care what these man done, yeah. No one put into that freestyle what I put into that freestyle. You get what I'm trying to say? And no one's. I felt like everything made sense, man. Man come on the show, had a shaky start. Everyone knew who I was, had a shaky start. It's like, what the fuck, bro? Like, who's this shit? Like, what? He's not as hard as he was back in the day. Then man started doing hard, and it's like, bro. Then it's like, anyone that didn't know where I was for these few years, it's like that freestyle was like the pieces to the puzzle that everyone was missing in it. Like that from Black Box to now to Rap Game, that jump. It's like everything that happened in that space of time, essentially, and a few other things. You get me? So yeah, fam. I think it all just made sense, fam. Like it was like that fucking. It just made sense, that happy ending, bro. You get me? But, nah, man, I'm not vexed that I didn't win. You get me? Because I'm talking shit. I'm vexed that I didn't win. but I understand it though. And now it's a thing where like I'm not majorly vexed because I understand that. Like, I feel like I weren't meant to win that. Like, that weren't man's path. That was just a stepping stone in man's path. You get me? I feel like Ella, that was his path, bro. You get me? He's watched every single season of Rap Game.
Yeah, what did he say? He's applied a few times.
He's wanting to be on there every year. He couldn't wait to be on there. When he got on there, he was saying, yo, I'm coming, I'm winning, I'm like, you get me? Like, that was his whole thing. You get me? That was his path, bro. Like, he was meant to win that. And like, respectfully, like, the Rap Game thing, like, I haven't seen a lot of people go on and do major things from it. You get me? Hopefully, LR Luce is that guy. Hopefully, he is that guy. You get me? But I don't think Rap Game winner was my title in it. You get me? I just think that was a stepping stone to where man's going next in it.
Okay. How would you say it's like escalated your brand even more?
Yeah, like I was saying earlier, I think it's just like reintroduction in it. Like just like raw. Like,
so what's been some of the opportunities you've been able to gain coming off that now?
It's just literally that rebrand, fam. Like literally that, like, for me, after my Black Box and like after certain things in my career, although I've always been doing things, I've always been doing things behind the scenes, I felt like my name started to die down, essentially. You get me?
Okay.
From man's Black Box buzz and them days there, you get me? Man started to get old. I felt like my name started to die down. So for me, this was the rise, you get me? Like the rise back up. People don't get that opportunity, like, a lot. You get me? Like, once in the music thing, like, once you blow up, yeah, you don't really get to blow up again. You get what I'm saying?
Like, that's it.
So for man, yeah, I think like that was man's chance to like form. You get me? And now it's like the reintroduction. Man's back at the stage that I was before. Now it's like, where do I go next in it? You get me?
So what is next?
Yeah, where do you go next?
Next, bro, it's T.Roadz takeover. Fam. That's it. Genuinely, yeah, I think I'm the person that will bring back Grime. That's the next step for man. Yeah. Like, genuinely, in my heart, bro, like, everything that's led up to this moment right now, like, even just, like, everything that I've talked about in this podcast, bro, from my youth, bro, yeah. I genuinely feel like my calling is to bring back Grime, fam, like, and a lot of people, like, the arguments man get is like, man, like, Grime's dead and you won't be able to bring it back and da-da-da-da. But you know what it is, fam? Like, they've been saying Grime's dead from when I started music, you get me? From 12 years old, when I started putting out music, yeah, they was already saying Grime was dead. You get what I'm trying to say? I've built 30,000 followers on Instagram and 160,000 on TikTok and off Grime. You get me? So how have I built all this and Grime's dead? You get me? If Grime was dead, bro, I'd had no career, fam. If Grime was dead, there wouldn't be thousands of people in man's DMs talking about, yo, I feel like you're the Prince of Grime and you can save Grime and this guy's bringing Grime back. And like, if there's them talks going on around man's name, Grime ain't dead, bro. Like,
so would you say
I can be that guy to bring it back, bro?
Bringing back Grime is your purpose?
100%, bro. This man's calling, bro. Like, it's what man's going to do.
And what's going to be the end goal?
I think the end goal, fam, is... You know what, bro? I don't have an end goal.
We got time for that question.
I really don't have an end goal. True. My end goal, yeah, essentially is to bring back Grime, yeah. But like, you see, up to this point that I've got to now in my career, it's like, yo, I didn't plan any of this. So therefore, I don't know where I'm going next. You get me?
As in,
I'm not,
you don't even have the rest plan.
yeah, like I'm not trying to plan it to an extent, right, where I'm like, yo, I'm gonna go and be like my man, or I'm gonna go do things, I'm gonna be Central C level, or I'm gonna like the shoes that I'm wearing, bro. I genuinely feel like there's no limit to where man can take it. Like I feel like I'm about to drive down the road no one's driving down, bro. You get me? So if I want to make my own side roads on the way, bro, or stop at a little petty station, man. Like, literally, fam. So yeah, I don't know where man's gonna take it, bro. Global, but like,
So in terms of music, what we got coming up?
Next for me, I'm not gonna say the name. I ain't announced it yet, innit? But project time, innit? Project time. So I think the next release, man, will see from me is my project still. Mixtape. It's gonna be. Nah, I'm not even talking. Bro, nah, only reason why, yeah, the marketing and that like makes sense.
Okay, Can we? Are you against giving us an insight into what it's gonna be about? Is it gonna be your lifestyle? You're gonna take that route a bit more, or is it just gonna be pure shadow?
You know what, bruv?
Because
I'll leave them with the name, because the name is self-explanatory, innit? Just to the stand, and it. But the project is called Crossroads. You get me?
Okay.
T.Roadz, Crossroads.
Cross ROADZ. You get me? So yeah, that means the crossroads that man's just come to within man's life. You get me? Like, man's a man now. You get me? I can go and get a legal job, or I can keep grinding out this music thing, or I can go touch road. Like, man, you get me? Like, I can do whatever. So that's the crossroads man's at. Then I'm at this crossroads within music. It's like, yo, man can go do grime, or man can go do drill, or man can go do rap, or you get me? Which one is it gonna be? You get me? Tuning up.
Okay.
Oh, that's cool.
That's one question I wanted to ask, bro. You see that final? What did your sister say?
My sister, my little sister.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what? See, so my sister that I talk about my little sister, yeah, and I talk about my big sister. It's my big sister. It's not my blood big sister. Yeah.
Okay.
It's my right hand's big sister. You get me? The same right hand that I talk about in that freestyle, his dad and that.
Yeah.
It's his big sister. You get me?
Hey.
But that's my big sister. You get what I'm trying to say? I didn't show her the freestyle at all until it was on TV. So she watched it on TV, like live, same as everyone else.
Yeah, first time.
Like, get me? Like, she was like, again, same thing my right hand said, like, that was the best way for her to tell people, like, that she'd been through that, you get me, without her having to say it, you get me? Like, people could just listen to that tune now and get it, you get me? And now, anything that was going on in her life, people will understand now, you get me? Same thing with my sister and my right hand, and Kai, my guy that had brain surgery, my cousin Cameron that had brain surgery, like, you get me? Like, all them things that I talk about in that RIP major, and that people can understand.
Yeah.
How does it feel to be? It's one blessing to be understood.
Yeah.
How does that feel to be understood?
Literally, Kai. You know, when you're coming from, you know what, you like, bro, man don't even understand, fam. Like, you see everything, bro, in my life, bro. Like, everything happens for a reason anyway, we know this, innit? Everything in man's life, yeah, has just been too coincidental, bro. Like, everything has just been so beautifully do, like, the way it's happened, fam. So, what did you just ask me?
I said, how does it feel to be understood?
Oh yeah. So, boom, like, you see, like, that, like, head frame that I was talking about in that freestyle, like, that place that in my mind where I come from, yeah, I felt very misunderstood to the point where I had to understand myself, innit? So then once I understood myself, yeah, and now I feel like everyone else understands me. It's a blessing, bro. Like, I don't feel like everyone else fully understands me, but now that they understand the story, it gives them a bit more understanding, innit? You get me? So, yeah, fam.
I feel like it's a good way for you to get people to know who you are as T.Roadz as well, still.
Base.
And like, if you were to leave a message for those who, obviously, supporters of your music, who relate to you, what would that one message be you would give to them?
Bruv, yeah, be yourself. So cliche to say, yeah, like, be yourself, like, but on a G thing, like, if man wasn't myself, bro, yeah, I don't think I'd be here right now. Like, you see, in like 2014 and that, bro, like, I had opportunities. Did I just say 2014? Yeah, 2014. When I was 14, yeah, like 2017, 2018, 2019 years there, yeah. Like, bro, man had money on the table, bro. Like, man had opportunities to go elsewhere, other genres of music, and try other things and da-da-da-da. But I feel like if I did that, I would have had 15 seconds of fame, maybe I won 2 tunes, and you get me, I wouldn't be here now, you get me. I genuinely believe, you believe something in your heart, bro, yeah, that thing will happen, bro. Like, genuinely, bro. Like, I believe in my heart that I'm gonna bring Grime back. So, yo, give me a few years and then we'll have this conversation.
And then last question was from Ty. Why did you copy his hairstyle?
His face looked so confused. He's like, yo, what my shit? But
T-Roadz, I think this was probably one of the best podcasts we've done. Definitely got
Facts.
to know an insight into who you are as an MC and an artist. And I'm excited to see your journey and also hear Crossroads. I'm looking forward to it.
When's it dropping?
Now, you know what? Only because I don't want to say a date and then it don't.
Oh,
Okay,
okay, cool.
yeah.
Oh, how about this?
Very soon.
Is it in the next 3 months?
Very soon.
Next 6 months, latest?
Next 3 months, innit?
I'm not trying to wait till
And
September, November.
one last gem, innit? Got something very big coming in May.
May.
Yeah. Very big. Like, very big. For my bromies as well.
Collab.
Nah.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, you know what?
Yeah, say the word.